In today's Federal Executive Council meeting, I gave a report on the Interministerial Committee that was set on the 23rd of September 2024 for the evaluation of dams in Nigeria. As we are all aware, the committee was constituted as Ministers of Finance, Environment, Works, Information, and the National Security Advisor, and my humble self as the chairman of that committee. So that committee was inaugurated on the 2nd of October 2024. The mandate of that committee was to assess all dams in the country and come up with recommendations of how best the dams can be put to use in areas of water supply, flood control, irrigation, and fish farming, among others.
So today the Council approved the establishment of the Creative and Tourism Infrastructure Corporation to invest and develop Nigeria's creative and tourism industries infrastructure under a PPP partnership. This is really a very transformative initiative that we hope will propel Nigeria's creative industry and the tourism industry to new heights by allowing it to unlock its immense potential that we all know it has for economic growth and for global soft power. The new Federal Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy was created in October 2024, and we are really meant to go out to see what we can do to build on the creative industry, the cultural industry, and the tourism industry. The establishment of this Creative and Tourism Infrastructure Corporation is a special purpose vehicle under a PPP framework that will allow us to identify and to deploy and finance critical infrastructure needs in the creative industry. I think we all do know that at the moment, everybody talks about creativity being in Nigeria. There's a lot of interest in Nigeria, not because of anything, but because of our content and because of our creativity. And Mr. President was very, very intentional in trying to diversify his government by making sure that we build on the creative industry and in innovation. So we have now engaged with development partners and stakeholders all over the world in this discussion to develop innovative infrastructure development and financing approaches. So the real key objectives of this CTIC is to provide the infrastructural foundation that is needed for the creative industry and for the tourism industry, and to generate at least $100 billion to the increase of the GDP and at least 2 million jobs, specifically for a younger demographic. We really hope to develop world-class infrastructure. We want to attract investment, and we want to nurture talent and innovation, and we want to promote Nigeria's cultural heritage and use it as a tool for growth for us globally and for us locally as well, and to create output generally.
I did present a couple of memos to the Federal Executive Council, and even though we do have another Federal Executive Council meeting coming up tomorrow, in interest of timely and full disclosure of the activities of government and timely release of information thereon, I will just mention that today I did present, and we have the Honorable Minister for Health and Coordinating Minister of Social Welfare, who it really concerns, except that it was World Bank financing, IDA, International Development Association financing, which is the concessional arm of the World Bank. They give out grants and they give out virtually next to zero interest money, 1% funding for a long period, 40 years. And under the human capital opportunities for prosperity and equity programs of the World Bank, of the IDA, 2 projects were approved for financing. The total amount, and one is for governance, to improve the governance around healthcare, primary healthcare in particular, and the other one refers to improving the governance around delivery of improving the quality of service, including improving utilization of essential services, also in the health system.
Today, in line with the policy of the Renewed Hope administration, to review, rescope, and prioritize, all the ongoing inherited projects. FEC approved in this direction about 14 projects, and I will mention the projects very briefly, because yesterday you people were calling and asking details. So the first one is a rescoping of Agia-Kachia Road in Niger State, Agia, and the contractor name is Agaye-Kachia Baro Road. Is it correct? And the amount is for 22 billion, and the contractor is Mrs. GRU Building Construction Limited. And then you have the second one, is Ado-Ekiti, rehabilitation of Ado-Ekiti Junction, Akpeti, central section of Calabar Ogoja Road. And the amount is 26.335 billion, and the contract Samatec. Then the third one is, the contract Ado-Ekiti Ajebo Road, Sport to Iyana Mosa Road in Ogun State. Contractor is Mrs. HMF Construction Limited, and the amount is 10.89 billion. The next one is the Inoma Ihaka Abaji section of Ibaji Odulu Ajegu Road in Anambra State. The contractor name is Niger Cat, and the amount is 9.33 billion.
That one is coming up tomorrow. It is actually not just a continuation of today's one, it's another Federal Executive Council meeting for tomorrow. Recall that since December, we've not had anyone, so a lot of memos have gathered, and the President is determined to dispense with all of them. So we want to say that tomorrow there will be another press briefing after FEC meeting.